Hi everyone.
Hello.
It's Liz and Melanie. We're here with a Trimester 1 update. We want to tell you a couple things about how to fill out your report cards using EADMS and entering those Lucy Calkins and math scores.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is log in from, I just chose the BARD website, but we need to find the shortcuts and go into Q.
Yeah, or you can just click the attendance link on top. It's the same thing.
Okay, so I can go to attendance
Yep.
right here, which is the same as,
The Q link, yeah.
okay. All right, so what are we going to do from here? We're going to log into Q?
Yeah, log in the way you normally do to take attendance.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second and we're going to get logged in. Okay, so we're logged in as a teacher. What's
Yes.
next?
Okay, so you're going to hover over the menu button and then analysis, and you should see the EADMS link. If for whatever reason you don't see the EADMS link, please put in a support ticket. There's a subject EADMS under on the support site that you can choose.
Okay. Okay, so if it takes you to a page like this is meaning,
That means that you, I need to set up your account linked to your teacher ID in Q. If that happens, please put in a ticket and I will connect it. But what should happen is you should just pass through directly without a separate login.
okay, so pause again for a second and get signed in.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is what you should see
Yes.
after you pass through from Q.
Yeah, right after you click on the EADMS link in Q, it should take you directly to this screen.
Okay, so what's next?
The next thing you do is look for the report card block. Scroll down, it could be anywhere on this page. If you don't have it, then you need to add that EADMS block.
Okay, so in this case it's right here, but let's go in and show you. If you don't see it, you come up here to the settings, right?
Yeah, it's a little, yeah.
My tiles. You have to click on the words.
Yes.
Go figure. Okay, and you would find available tiles from over here and just click on the plus sign.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice, yeah.
In this case, it's here, but maybe you want it to be higher, so you could just drag these, like drag it up to the top row so you could see it,
Right.
right? Okay, so you can reorganize those however you would like. And then when you're done, you go to Save Tiles. Okay, so now we're going to click on Report Cards.
Yeah, and you should see your, oh, this is a good thing to mention. Do you see how it says under enrollment date, it says current?
Okay,
If you ever have a student that leaves, here, click somewhere in the white to get rid
Yeah.
of the, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if you ever have a student that leaves, you can go back to inactives. It doesn't show any inactives yet, but at some point it should show, it could show fall with inactives or something like that.
Okay.
At the bottom, right there, it says final with inactives 15-16. That would bring up students from that year.
So
But
that's-
you're not going to do that
Right.
for this current year. But what I'm saying is, in a couple months, if you have a student leave and you need to finish the report card, and they're not with another teacher, you can just click
you just
on
change
that.
enrollment
Yeah,
date.
yeah.
Okay, so for report cards, you're going to go in, select term for report, and you're going to choose Trimester 1, and then you're going to click Next. You know what they're going to choose next trimester?
Trimester 2.
You think?
Maybe. I think that's, yes. And really, if you accidentally choose trimester 2, it won't matter, except you'll notice that you're on trimester 2. So be in the trimester that you're in.
Okay, I'm waiting for EADMS. There we go. Okay, so then the list of students comes up, right?
Yep.
Now, should I go through and check English or Spanish here or save it? How does that work?
That's only for when you're going to print the report cards.
Okay, so enter grades first, and then when you go
Yeah.
to print, set that, and that's telling the,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, when you can check all, or you can check whichever one student at a time that you want, and it'll print either English or Spanish depending on what column you choose.
okay. So these two buttons up here, right? Enter
Yes.
grades by student. Now, I could go student,
Yes.
and then that's going to show me the whole report card.
Yes.
And I can go through and I can enter those
Yeah.
grades by student.
What I like about this is if you wanted to do one student at a time, is you can just click on one and then tab through to the next, and then just tab, type, tab, type.
Okay, so if I
But
choose,
it's one student only.
we're not going to save this. We're going to give this
Yeah.
kid really. Oh, so tabbing through.
Yes.
And
Does
then
it-
I'm
does it
just
let
typing
you-
the number. I don't have to use that pull down.
Is it letting you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, this kid's doing a great job.
Yeah. So you just keep tabbing, and then you can just get the whole thing done. It just
Okay,
depends
let
on
me
how you
reset
like
that.
to work.
So sometimes that might be good, especially for fall conferences, because sometimes, I do report cards as the conferences
But here's
come
the
up.
really, really important thing. At the top, you want to click Save,
Mm-hmm.
and I want everybody to notice something. The name at the top that you
Okay.
see is not, you need to make sure that name at the top in that drop-down menu is the exact same name as the one on the report card. See where it says student name?
So when I want to go to the next student.
Yeah, do you notice how she just chose a student? That
Okay.
name is not the same as the name on the report card.
You know why?
Because you
I
didn't,
know why.
Yeah.
Because I didn't click load.
Yes, it has confused people sometimes, I think, because they think they're on the new student, and then they think, or my grades didn't get saved. It's because you were still on the old student. Just
Okay.
always double check if those two names match.
So I'm going to blur out the names before
Yes.
anyone else sees this, but just
Yes.
take our word for it. You click the name, like I'm going to choose a kid way down here. I have to push load
Yes.
before their report card will come up.
Yes, just real quick, right before you start
What about
actually
enter?
working.
Nope, enter
No.
doesn't do it. You have to mouse over and click load.
Yes.
Okay, so that's report cards by
One student at a time.
one student. Now, if I want to get back and I want to do by
You can also use the
standard.
arrows too to go backwards and forwards.
okay,
Just so you know, but whatever.
and then does that? Let's see.
It's alphabetical.
That loads automatically. So that
Yes.
you don't have to do load if you do the arrows.
That's true.
Okay, so I want to get back to
If you want to go back to
them
the
by
last
standards.
page, go to options, the options button, and then just back to EADMS.
what if I do report cards?
It will. I don't know.
Let's see.
Let's try it.
We're explorers right now.
Yeah.
Report card button.
Maybe it's because you're already on report
maybe
cards?
it's because I'm being impatient. I'm yelling at my computer by clicking more than
It
one
takes
time.
you to the right where you
Okay.
just were. So.
So that would work.
Oh, I know what it is. Back to EADMS will take you to the original page
With the tiles.
where you choose the trimester,
Okay.
not the tiles. The
Oh.
trimester.
Oh, okay.
Right, because you can always, if you're on any other page, if you see the EADMS icon on the top, that's the home page. You can click on that link to get to the home
Okay.
page. I'll show you that later.
Okay. This is going to get really long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so enter grade by standards. This is a 4th grade class, so we're going to go in.
Yeah, a lot of people like this option because
Me
you
too.
can just do
Oh my goodness.
all the kids at one time based on whichever standard you choose. which
Okay,
is
so this isn't waiting to load. This is waiting for me to tell it what I want. I want the grade 4 report cards. I want the language arts section. Now notice there are 2 parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to go reading literature. And then there's my friend, the green load button. And we're going to let it load. And here's what I'm going to see. Hang on, it scrolled up. Okay, so I have all the student names. And I'm giving them a literature grade. Now, these are the categories that exactly match the report card. So if you have a printed
Right.
report card in front of you,
Yeah. The only reason, if you see the NA blocks down below, it's just so that you can see the title behind the thing. So do you see how it says focus, key ideas in literature? In details, and then literature. That's just the title of the part that you're on, because there are several different grades that have the name
okay,
literature.
so this
Yeah.
is where I put in the grades for key ideas and
Yes.
details. Here's literature,
Yeah.
and here's informational text.
Exactly. So just
Got it.
ignore the column things. Only
Okay.
the ones that are open are the ones you're supposed
So
to
some of
work.
these I'm just going to
Yeah.
not pay attention to. And then I've got next. After I save, I'm going to go to next, and that's going to take me to the next category. So for
Yes.
craft and structure, here's literature.
Right. What's nice is, say everybody, you already know everybody's got the same grade. You can click set all and do
Okay,
the same
so
grade for everyone.
for right now,
Pretending. And there you go.
except this one.
Yeah.
Well, that's my superstar I was doing earlier. That's clearly a 4.
Right.
Okay, so you can set all and then make the adjustments you need. And with this also, it tabbed over here. Okay, so it tabs across. So I'm trying to point with my finger. That's not going to do you guys any good.
Yes.
So it tabs here, and then it tabs over to literature. So if you're careful and you're a tabber, that tab button might make this really quick. I'm just going to type a 1. So using the number keyboard can change the numbers too. You don't have to use the pull down.
Right.
Okay, so that's report cards. We always save, and then we go back and print. If you're a newer teacher and you're watching this right now and you have some questions, I'm sure that there's someone on your grade level team who probably has all the ins and outs of this nailed that can help you out. We just want to give you an overview to get you started.
Oh, one thing that might be helpful, if you've never seen this report card before, if you click the home page, there's a way you can print out a blank report card. So that when you start doing this in the standards, you can see what that looks like on the report card.
Is it the button that says
Preview blank report card?
That
yes.
is smart.
That might be really helpful for you to just print out and just kind of look at, maybe
Have
with
as a
your class or with each other
Ooh.
in a grade level meeting.
Okay. Cool. And then generate report cards is where we're going to go when we want to print them.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think that covers report cards, right? Is that everything we need to know about
Yes.
report cards?
When you go to generate the report cards, just know it's a PDF
Okay.
file that you can save and you can print.
Okay. So the next thing we want to look at is entering those math and writing scores.
Yes.
If you're in, is that K5?
It's
That has envisions?
It's K through 8. K5 has envisions. K through 8 has the writing scores.
Okay. So where do I go? I'm going to go back to that EADMS window.
So the options, when you're in report cards, you don't have the little home button for EADMS. Just click options and go.
Okay, go back to EADMS.
And then then click the little icon right there. Yeah.
Okay, our little butterfly guy. Okay, so hang on, just to make sure we're entering math and writing scores.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we do?
So you're gonna look for scroll down. It should be here. I can't remember the exact word.
Input scores?
Input, edit scores. Yes.
That's right, because we want to input scores.
Yes, it's different than a regular assessment. It's
Okay.
just a place to put your scores.
Okay, so where do I go from here? It's not open yet, huh?
It is open, actually. You just go to next. If you had more than one class, say, then here is where you would choose, say, or more than one grade level. If you
Oh,
had
look
one
at-
more
there it
than
is.
one, see, these are tied to whatever grade level you have.
Okay.
So if you say you only want to do your first graders and you have a 1-2 class, that first screen is where you
Okay.
can choose just the one grade.
Okay, so you go to input scores and then you just go next and then your choices come up. So I am ready to put in my benchmark grades
Yes.
for math. So I'm going to choose select and then I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to put in,
I think you have to click edit to get it started.
okay, so let's look. I want to talk about up here, one student at a
Oh,
time.
there you go. That's right.
And all students at once.
Yeah, that's better.
If I do one student at a time, it saves after every single one and the screen has to refresh. So since we're just doing one score, we're going to do all students at once. Warning! This means it's not saving every student. So if something happens while you're putting in the scores,
Right.
in my opinion, not a huge deal.
It's
right?
not a big deal if you have something in front of you and you know you're just going to go right through them and
Right.
you're just going to tab all the way
So look,
through.
if you
Yeah.
estimate that you'll be entering scores for 20 minutes, or please don't spend 20 minutes putting in
Yeah.
your benchmark scores. Don't grade and enter as you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can come in. Now, what number do I put here?
That is going to be the total correct. That's why we put the word total correct for your grade level.
Okay, so it's not a percent.
No.
It's, look, it's even telling me 0 out of 24. I'm just hovering over and that 0 out of 24
Oh,
pops
nice.
up.
Yeah.
So 24 is the maximum score. So I'm going to put total correct all the way down.
Yeah, I tried to tell it what the maximum thing was, but
Right.
if you see anything wrong, please put in a ticket.
Okay.
Let us know if you happen to see that tooltip and it says the wrong total score.
So like if there were 26 possible.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to save, and that's all there is to it, right?
Yes. You just
Okay.
put them all in and save. And then I think you can go back. I don't know. You can use the back button on your browser, but you
Okay.
can also just go to the butterfly.
Okay. Just to show it one more time. Butterfly,
Mm-hmm.
input scores. Next.
And you'll only see the ones that are open.
Right.
So when it's the next trimester, you'll see the next set open.
Okay.
But
And then this is Lucy Calkins, same thing. It's a rubric score 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to all students at once, then I'll get those boxes and I can put in the 1 to 4.
right, it only limits you at the top end, so it probably won't let you put a 5 in. However, if you're a kindergarten teacher, the rubric score is only 2 through 4. It might let you put a 0 or a 1 in. Don't do that.
Okay, so we wouldn't have a 5 because the rubric only goes to 4.
Right. What I'm saying is
The kindergarten
yes.
teachers need to pay attention. We can't
Yes.
set it to just be 2
Yeah,
through 4.
it won't let me do
Don't
that.
enter a 0 or a 1 because that's not a choice on your rubric.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay, so Melanie Lee,
Yes.
we have covered entering report card grades in EADMS and how to print them.
Yes.
We've talked about entering math scores and writing scores.
Yes.
Okay, and please remember what? Do you remember?
Oh,
what you were
please
gonna say?
remember if you have any issues getting to EADMS. Oh, and I forgot to say, when you are going to log into EADMS, that you will need the, you will be getting an email if you don't have an account yet. If you get,
Okay.
if you get with me and say, I can't log in directly from Q, then EADMS is going to send you an email with a temporary password. So,
Okay, so pay attention to those emails.
Yes.
They're not junk mail.
yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And
Okay.
also put in a ticket if for whatever reason you
All
can't
right.
get in.
Are you ready for my joke? Because last time I
Oh,
didn't
yes,
have a joke.
yes,
You
joke.
ready?
Yes. I don't know, am I?
Hang on. I'm really good at messing up jokes, so let me think.
Okay.
Okay. What did Batman say to Robin before he got in the car?
I don't know.
Get in the car, Robin. That's it. That's my joke. That's what he said. All right, you guys, have fun doing your report cards. Melanie's going to totally die laughing in a couple seconds. Bye.